So today we'll be discussing most important current affairs from science and technology section, and this is part 2 of our category wise current affair videos. So already I have told you that we have divided all the news and events into total 14 categories, and in the previous lecture we have covered category number 10, that is sports related current affairs from past 60 days. And today we will be covering category number 11, science and tech. And thank you so much for your overwhelming response to this series. And if there is any suggestion or improvement regarding these videos, please let me know in the comment section. Also, if you are new to this channel, please refer to the earlier lecture first so that you can connect easily further. Now let's start. Question number 1. Fermina, the longest cable in the world when built, is being constructed by which technology company? So tech major Google announced that it is building an undersea cable called as Fermina, and this would connect USA, Brazil, Uruguay and Argentina. Once it would be completely developed, it would be the longest cable in the world, and this aims to boost internet connection capacity between these regions. Okay, so the cable will run from east coast of the USA to Argentina and improve access to Google services for users there in South America. Fine. Question number 2. OMS technology, which was making news recently, is associated with which field? So the primary health center at Tukru in Jammu Kashmir has become the first PHC, that is primary health care, there to get multi-feed oxygen manifold system technology. Okay, so here OMS stands for oxygen manifold system, and it is related to oxygen distribution. So it can supply oxygen to multiple patients, thereby cater to the requirements of oxygen supply for multiple patients during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. So do remember the full form of this acronym. Now you have to tell me, what does JEDI, that is JD, and JWCC stands for? Because already we have covered these terms and the news associated to it in our daily current affairs lecture. Question number 3. The government of Nigeria has recently joined the microblogging platform Koo, that was developed in which country? So this has been developed in India, and the Nigerian government has joined this platform Koo, which has expanded its services to Nigeria now. So earlier what happened is the Nigerian government had banned Twitter because Twitter deleted a tweet made by its president Muhammad Buhari. So that's why Twitter was banned in Nigeria. But Twitter said that the tweet was deleted for violation of its term of service. Now can you tell me who is the new Prime Minister of Israel? Please write in the comment section if you know. Question number 4. Sero survey is used to determine the prevalence of dash in the community. So this is used to determine the prevalence of antibodies in the community, and in the process blood samples are tested for the presence of IgG, that is immunoglobulin G antibodies. Actually this help in detecting any past infections due to COVID-19. So Niti Aayog member Dr. V.K. Paul announced that ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research, will start the 4th nationwide COVID-19 sero survey. So this is related to antibody. Question number 5. What is the name of the CPAP machine developed by IIT Ropar? So the IIT Ropar has developed a device that can be used as a substitute for CPAP machine, that is continuous positive airway pressure machine, and named it as Jeevan Vayu. So this machine can deliver high flow oxygen up to 60 liters per minute, and the CPAP therapy helps to ensure that the airways do not collapse while the patients breathe during sleep. Also, this new device would function without any electricity. and hence it is the first to be designed in India. Okay. Now can you tell me which IIT has recently developed a weather forecasting system in India? Please write in the comment section. Question number 6. ISIpedia, the online portal seen in the news recently, is associated with which field? So a team of international researchers led by Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research have launched this online portal named as ISIpedia. So it is related to climate change. And this portal provides accessible data in maps and graphs along with country level information derived from global studies. So besides providing climate impact science which would be accessible to public, the portal also provides an insight into the analysis. So this portal is related to climate change. Question number 7. CSIRO developed PIVA, that is PIVA, which is an instrument to measure which value. So recently Council of Scientific and Industrial Research CSIO has developed and transferred the technology of PIVA. What does PIVA stands for? It is Precision Iodine Value Analyzer. So this is an instrument for the measurement of iodine value, which helps in measuring the degree of unsaturation in vegetable oils. Okay. So the indigenous food testing equipment was recognized by FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. Can you tell me who is the head of this organization right now? Please write in the comments. Question number 8. Interstellar Boundary Explorer satellite, that is IBEX, which is seen in the news recently, was launched by which space agency? So scientists have used data from NASA's IBEX satellite to map the boundary of the heliosphere for the very first time. So this will give a better understanding of how solar and interstellar winds interact. And heliosphere is a three-dimensional map of the region, and it is a type of bubble created by the solar wind particles that extend from the sun into interstellar space. Now can you tell me, NASA's Ingenuity helicopter has undertaken its 8th flight recently on which planet? Question number 9. What is AY.1 which is seen in the news recently? So this is a type of new coronavirus variant, and this variant is found to be rapidly spreading in several countries including India. And this coronavirus variant has immune escape properties, thereby making it partially or fully resistant to the body's immune response, vaccines and antibody therapies. Actually this variant is not AY.1 but B.1.617.2.1, but in simple terms we write it as AY.1. Fine. Question number 10. Critically endangered grass species Lophopogon prasanne has recently been found in which Indian state? So this is a new grass species and it has recently been discovered in the Nigiri forest of Anantapur district in Andhra Pradesh. So this grass species has been named after Dr. P.V. Prasanna and it has been marked as critically endangered on the basis of International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List criteria. Question number 11. CSS, a new software released by the Union Health Ministry, stands for what? So the Union Health Ministry released information about a software named as CSS and it stands for COVID Severity Score. So the Foundation for Innovations in Health, which lies at Kolkata, with support from Department of Science and Tech in collaboration with IIT Guwahati, have together developed this algorithm and it allocates a COVID severity score using the measures of symptoms, signs, test reports, etc. So this score basically tells how much the condition of patient is severe regarding COVID virus. Okay. Question number 12. What is the name of the engine which can be used with 100% crude oil or 100 per ethanol? So the Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways announced that the ministry will make the flex fuel engine, which would be mandatory for the automobile industries. So in these type of engines, there will be choice for the people to use either 100% crude oil or 100 per ethanol. So people can choose from these two according to their convenience. Fine. Question number 13. What is the name given to the water involved in the production and trade of commodities and services? So researchers at IIT Guwahati have found a better water management policy in India using virtual water analysis. So here correct answer is option number A, and this is the water involved in production and trade of food as well as non-food commodities and services. It may be described as the invisible water that is consumed throughout the life cycle of the product or service. So actually this virtual water flows assessment aims to induce sustainable use of water. Question number 14. Which institution has launched a CREST, that is Center for Research on Startups and Risk Financing? So this has been launched by IIT Madras, and this will create a data repository on Indian startups to address a major hurdle for engaging in high quality research. And this information would be made accessible for researchers and policy makers that can result in international publications. Fine. Now can you tell me how IISc Bengaluru is related to ARWU rankings? Question number 15. IISc partnered with which technology company to form a hybrid cloud lab? So IISc Bengaluru has partnered with IBM to launch the IBM IISc Hybrid Cloud Lab. So this lab aims to advance research in hybrid cloud technologies and also to promote innovations in this area. Apart from it, students and faculty of the institution will work along with IBM to conduct researches in hybrid cloud and artificial intelligence. Fine. Question number 16. Which Indian institution is involved in CEOS Coast project, which was recently endorsed by a United Nations body? So this project stands for Committee on Earth Observation Satellites, and COAST stands for Coastal Observations, Applications, Services and Tools. So this project is co-led by ISRO and NOAA, that is National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration from the USA. So this will actually aim to improve the accuracy of coastal data based on satellite as well as land-based observations. And the project has recently been endorsed by IOC, that is International Oceanographic Commission. So here correct answer is option number B. Question number 17. Twitter has added which Indian payment gateway for its tip jar feature? So microblogging platform Twitter has added an Indian payment gateway, Razorpay, for its tip jar feature, which was launched recently to allow users to send and receive money. So actually using this feature, a limited group of people including creators, journalists and non-profits could add tip jar to their profile and accept tips. Okay, so money can be sent through multiple modes of payment on this platform. So here correct answer is option number B. Question number 18. Which Indian institution developed an affordable rat kit for COVID-19 priced at just 50 rupees? So IIT Delhi has developed this rapid antigen test kit for COVID, which is priced at just 50 rupees. So this kit has recently been approved by ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research, and it can give result within just 5 minutes. Actually, the identification used in the test is based on the monoclonal antibodies which are specific for the coronavirus antigen. Question number 19. Guillain-Barré syndrome is reported to be associated with which vaccine? So this syndrome is a rare neurological disorder in which the body's immune system attacks its own protective coatings on nerve fibers. So this syndrome was first reported in Europe and UK among some patients who undertook AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine, which is for COVID-19. But such a probability is found to be very small. So the syndrome may start with extreme weakness that can eventually paralyze the entire body, and further this vaccine is treated as Covishield in India, which also reported some cases. Okay. Now can you tell me which organization of India will make Russia's COVID-19 vaccine, that is Sputnik 5? Also we have discussed that Sinovac and Sinopharm vaccines are two emergency vaccines from China against COVID-19, and recently these have been approved by World Health Organization. Also China has been declared as malaria free by WHO. Question number 20. Which company has acquired the signal rival messaging application Vikr? So the Amazon subsidiary AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, has acquired this messaging application, and this was founded in 2012. Actually, Vikr is considered as a rival to Signal platform due to its strong encryption. And this acquisition will help Amazon develop platforms for the military, security conscious firms and various other government agencies. Okay. Question number 21. Which pharma company manufactures the DRDO drug 2DG to treat COVID patients? What is this 2DG? It is 2-deoxy-D-glucose, and it was developed by the Institute of INMAS, that is the Institute of Nuclear Medicine Allied Sciences, and DRDO in collaboration with Dr. Reddy's. So DRL, that is Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, has commercially launched 2DG drug, which is an oral drug used to treat moderate to severe COVID-19 patients. Okay. Question number 22. K417N mutation is associated with which classification of SARS-CoV-2 virus? So Indian scientists identified the Delta variant in October 2020 and submitted to global database. So this Delta variant has about 15 to 17 mutations along with 3 subtypes, among which the Delta Plus has been classified as a variant of concern, and this Delta Plus variant has an additional mutation named as K417N mutation. Question number 23. Enceladus is the moon of which planet? So it is the 6th largest moon of Saturn, and recently NASA's Cassini spacecraft has detected their unusual high concentration of methane along with carbon dioxide and dihydrogen in the moons of Saturn. And apart from it, the spacecraft has found that Titan, which is another moon of Saturn, has methane in its atmosphere, and Enceladus has a liquid ocean with gas and water. So researchers assume that there may be methane producing processes there on Enceladus. Now, which is the Jupiter's largest moon? It is Ganymede. Question number 24. Which social media company launched a set of publishing and subscription tools named as Bulletin? So this has been launched by Facebook to promote independent writers in the USA. So this bulletin will include support focused on creation of content, monetization and audience growth. And this will also aim to integrate its existing tools to support writing and audio content from podcast to live audio rooms in one place. Apart from it, Twitter has recently appointed Mr. Vinay Prakash as its resident grievance officer to comply with new IT rules of India. Question number 25. The Chengdu J20 that was making up news recently was developed by which country? So this was developed by China's Chengdu Aerospace Corporation for PLAAF, that is People's Liberation Army Air Force. So this J-20 is designed as an air superiority fighter with precision strike capability. So here correct answer is option number A. Now apart from it, recently India has bought MH-60 Romeo helicopters. From which country? From USA. Question number 26. Which state has witnessed a rise in cases of Zika virus infection? So the count of persons who are infected with the Zika virus in the state of Kerala has been on the rise. And this infection is a viral disease which is spread through mosquito bites from one person to another. And it is said that in most cases it is asymptomatic, but sometimes it can lead to paralysis too. So due to this, the neighboring states of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka have intensified their checks at interstate borders to prevent the infection from spreading into their states. Question number 27. Which country announced the Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code? So India has recently announced these guidelines and it came into force from May 2021. And as per the rules, all significant social media intermediaries had to publish their monthly reports on the details of complaints, then what actions have been taken regarding the complaints, and also various other monitoring details. So recently Facebook has launched its first monthly report for the period between 15th of May and 15th of June. And as per the report, Facebook took action against about 30 million pieces of content. Question number 28. Which institution gave its approval to implement satellite TV classrooms in India? So recently ISRO gave permission to the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Education to provide technical assistance for satellite TV classrooms in India. So this aims to bridge the learning gap due to COVID-induced lockdown. And ISRO scientists made a presentation before the Parliamentary Standing Committee for Education about the proposed satellite TV classroom for students. Fine. Question number 29. With reference to COVID, what is SWAP-SEC that was making news recently? So a team of scientists from University of California, Los Angeles, that is UCLA, recently reported real-world results on SWAP-SEC, which is a testing platform. So basically it uses sequencing to test thousands of samples at a time to detect the coronavirus. And they were able to perform more than 80,000 tests in less than 2 months with obviously high sensitivity and in a specific manner. So this platform uses sample-specific molecular barcodes to simultaneously analyze thousands of samples. Question number 30. DBT NIBMG has created the world's first database of genomic variants named DBGenVoc in which disease? What is NIBMG? It is National Institute of Biomedical Genomics, and it is an autonomous institute funded by the Department of Biotechnology, and this has created a database of genomic variants in oral cancer, and this is the first of its kind database in the world. Also it is a free browsable online database which has a built-in powerful search engine. Apart from it, it also allows statistical and bioinformatic analysis to be carried out online. Question number 31. Researchers from which university has begun the clinical trial of potential HIV vaccine, that is HIV CONSVX? So researchers at the University of Oxford in the United Kingdom have started the phase 1 clinical trial wherein they gave the first doses of a potential HIV vaccine to the volunteers. So according to the university, the experiment will assess the vaccine safety, tolerability and its immunity properties. And the HIV Core 0052 study is a part of European AIDS Vaccine Initiative. What does AIDS stand for? It is Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. And this will enroll 13 HIV negative people who are not deemed to be at high risk of infection. So this is from University of Oxford. Coming to last question, Cambridge 1, which was making news recently, is the supercomputer of which country? So this is a supercomputer of United Kingdoms, and it is expected to make the process of preventing, diagnosing and treating disease faster and cheaper. So this has been developed by US based company Vidya, and Cambridge 1 can integrate different data sets and also can build large models to determine the best course of treatment for patients. And it collaborates with various pharma companies and startups for data. Now supercomputer Fugaku is the world's most powerful supercomputer, and it has been developed by Japanese Scientific Research Institute called Riken and Fujitsu. So it belongs to Japan. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from your Science and Technology Current Affairs section. Don't forget to write your reviews in the comment section as feedback. And please stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.